Yeah, okay, you just cross the road at a crossing when it's on green, dickhead. Watch as I knock your fat ass down. Anyway, back to the story. Right, in the UK, it's pretty much the law to have a drink by the time you turn about 12, 13. You know, it's just what's done, really, among my peers anyway, my social status. I don't know about yours. But basically, what you'd end up doing is waiting around to newsagents or an off-licence. Obviously, out of sight of the off-licence owner. Just wait for this, make sure no one's coming through. Yeah, it's fine. Out of the view of the off-licence owner, and you'd just ask random people, random men or women, to go in. Dickhead. Don't worry, if I knock you down, I ain't gonna be sorry. I'll break your fucking leg. Even if it's not with the bike, I'll break your fucking leg afterwards. Anyway, back to the story about knobheads fucking getting in the way or trying to hit me. So you'd wait around for these men and women to come by. You'd pick them. You've got to pick the type of person that you think could go in for you. And usually a bit rough looking, haggard. Looks like they go there daily. You know what I mean? So you pick them type of people, and usually they'd be alright and go in for you. I think is it like a £5,000 fine if you go and get alcohol for kids? I think it is. I think it's £5,000 or £1,000. I'm not too sure. But anyway, they're going for us, and basically all we were after was the cheapest fucking thing there, which was invariably some shitty bottle of cider. Fucking strong as fuck, but oh, it tastes like shit. You won't wish it on your worst enemies. You know, if there was only one drink in the world and it was that, we'd all be sober, is what I'm saying. And it wasn't White Lightning. White Lightning was like the top end of the cider for us. We had stuff like White Dragon and Pulse. And those of you of my generation will know or remember White Dragon and Pulse. And basically they were just all shit, but they got you pissed. So there's the backstory, and usually you wouldn't get pissed during the school week. It'd be a Friday, Saturday night thing, you know, because we were kind of responsible in that way. It wasn't every week as well. We weren't just continuous pissheads. Although there was a lot of drinking and going to bars that knew. There's a bar near me. I don't think it's going anymore. It might be. It's called Toffs and Toppers. Toffs and Toppers. And basically, everyone from my school used to go in there. Everyone who was anyone. So we were in, obviously, because we were super cool. I'm only kidding. We were knobheads. But yeah, you used to go in there, and they never ID'd you, and you could just get pissed off for aftershock, cheap shots, and all that type of shit. And you felt like a bit grown up. But anyway, there's the backstory of drinking in the UK. I don't know if it's the same. Is it the same? I don't see pissed kids anymore. Do you see pissed kids in the UK? You see them in the parks and shit drinking cider, because I've not seen any for ages. Not that I hang around parks at night, but you know what I mean, they've got to walk home or walk on the streets at some point. No, never see them. Never see them. No, it's strange. Maybe it's a dying thing. Maybe I should bring it back. Just go get pissed on a bench somewhere. Show them how it's done. Be that knobhead. That knobhead that still wants to be young. Hey kids, I'll show you how it's done. I'll show you how it's done, alright? I'll show you how it's done. Don't worry, I'll show you. I'll go get you some cider. I'll go get you some, and then we'll be friends. You end up being that knobhead. But anyway, here's a story. So basically, we're all pissed. Mixture of girls and boys, and you played truth or dare, because we're still kids. Or you can forfeit, whichever. And we were playing it, and it was all good and fine, and everyone's having a fucking laugh. And this dude doesn't want to do the truth, and he doesn't want to do the dare. So the forfeit was invariably much worse than the dare. And his forfeit was to go to the farmer's field, because it was like open fieldy place, and coax one of the horses over, because it was horses in the field, obviously. And this was night, by the way, so I don't know why the horses were out, but they were. And you coax one of the horses over, trying to coax him over with some like some white dragon. And he's got to coax him over, and he's got to stand on the gate, and he's got to slap his cock twice over the face of the horse. And he did it. He slaps his cock across the face of a horse, like Italian mafia style. You know what I mean? Like. So yeah, I know a guy what slapped his cock across a horse's face. That only came back to me because of the David Cameron piggy story. And it's like, well, I know someone who's done something like that, but it was a live horse. So is it worse? I'm not too sure. Which is worse? Teabagging a pig or cock slapping a horse? But the pig was dead and the horse was alive. I wanted the horse to bite his knob off. That would have been the funniest fucking thing I've seen in my life.